Guys, I'm constantly on the go. Traveling, training, always grinding. And that's why I use Mando whole body deodorant. It is seriously safe to use anywhere on your body, and it's the perfect deodorant for people on the move. Mando was created by a doctor who saw firsthand how BO was being misdiagnosed and mistreated. Mando is clinically proven to block odor all day and prevent odor for up to 72 hours. My favorite part about Mando is how versatile it is. Use it on your pits, your feet, or anywhere else you stink. You can choose from a variety of fresh scents, like bourbon leather, clover woods, or my favorite, Mount Fuji. There's a solid deodorant stick formulated with mandelic acid and an aluminum-free spray deodorant, which is ideal for hard-to-reach places. Oh, by the way, all products are paraben-free and baking soda-free. Mando Starter Pack is perfect for new customers. It comes with a solid stick deodorant, cream tube deodorant, 2 free products of your choice, like mini body wash and deodorant wipes, plus free shipping. As a special offer to my listeners, new customers get $5 off a starter pack with my exclusive code CHAEL. That equates to over 40% off your starter pack. Guys, real simple. Click on the link below. When you get to checkout, just tell them that Chael sent you. GFL has ceased operations and has been called a scam. Now, I'm going to tell you what happened. So, and the reason I say that, I'm going to be the final arbitrator on this, because the GFL is going to tell you they have not ceased operations. They're going to tell you Chael's got it wrong. As a matter of fact, the very first statement out of Chael's mouth is not correct. Not a huge sports fan. You guys that stay with me know that. I enjoy combat. I enjoy the Olympic Games, so I get it every 4 years. Not a big sports fan. But I'm a political fan. I watch a lot of political debates. I enjoy that. I enjoy the back and forth. I enjoy the fight that is taking place while they're never going to touch one another. And somebody is going to win. Somebody going to chop the other person up with never touching them. I find that interesting. And I will tell you, in the history of observing that, there's been a number of times when somebody has suspended a campaign. Well, they will come out and they will make it very clear to the public that this is not over. You can still donate. By example, we're going to hedge forward. We're going to come back. We're going to win this thing. We're going to take whatever geographical location they're campaigning over back. We're going to take it back. But nobody's ever returned from a suspended campaign. I do believe they mean it, though. I do believe when they come out and say it, in fact, it's one of the great clues to me, an observer, that they don't know what they're doing in the political space. The fact that they believe that they can suspend their campaign. The fact that they would actually believe that you may stop it today and restart it again tomorrow and have anybody come along with you is a massive sign to me you don't know what you're doing here. The suspension of a campaign is paramount to ending a campaign. Not part of the time, mind you. 100% of the time. So, I will go back to my statement, and it will not be contested. The GFL has surrendered. All right. So, let's go look at the other side of the statement. The GFL is a scam. That would not be fair. No, not even in the slightest. As a matter of fact, GFL leadership, if I grabbed my phone and called them right now, they would answer. Imagine what today's like for them. Every phone call they get are the same and they're negative. Would you do that? Would you like that? Would you, by choice, pick up your phone knowing you're going to be yelled at, knowing you're going to be kicked when you're down, knowing you're going to be insulted, knowing that you're going to have to give out another version of bad news? None of which, even in this private phone call, is going to change from the public press release that's already out. Because the leaders at the PFL would. They would take that call right now. They're on that very call right now, as they were 5 minutes ago and as they'll be 5 hours from now. That's the opposite of a scam. If you've ever been scammed, and it will happen to you if it hasn't, in fact, it will happen to you by somebody you consider a friend. I promise you. But when the day comes that they have your money and they're not going to return it, they will not return your phone call. That's how you find out that you've been scammed. Just for example. Now, the sport of MMA, while not wholeheartedly different than other industries, is a very clear group of scumbags. You are welcome to play in MMA as long as you got money. And it doesn't matter if you had to refinance your house or you had to sell your car or you had to hawk your watch. None of that matters. As long as you have money, you will have a seat at the table in MMA. You will have people pretending to be your friend. You are people that will come and join you at any time, at any restaurant, for any dinner, as long as they believe you're picking up the tab. The moment any of that ceases to be true, you will then be called a scam. And that might be one of the nicer words. Now, where do you fit in? You're a guy that's going to come into the world's hardest business. If there literally is a business where you can take X amount of money, and when this is, you need to have more money. You're going to bring a good or a service to the market, and you have X amount of money to do it. And when it's done, you need to have more money. If there's an industry harder to do that than MMA, I haven't heard about it yet. So you're coming in to the world's hardest industry, which is a massively closed group. Massively. It is very protective of who it lets in, almost like nothing I've ever seen before. And I could tell you some horror stories, as simple as announcers. I could tell you about announcers we have brought over and the way that they have been treated and chewed up. It's just a hard thing to break into. But let's say you get off the ground, you surround yourself with a whole bunch of scumbags that you think are cool guys, not knowing the truth yet that all they want is the money. They're not wrong to. It's a business. But when you find this out, now you don't have a venue, nobody does, so you got to play the venue game like the rest of the world. You're going to hold it somewhere in these United States, which means you're going to give a commission 6% off the top just for the pleasure of following rules that they're enforcing. This is just the way the game is played. And when that date rolls around, you will then find out that there's a lot of other things to do on a Saturday night. And you're going to find out how hard it is to get people to choose you to walk into your building or to turn on your channel. And you're going to take a brutal beating. Now, if you planned for that, you can use that brutal beating as the only thing it should be used for, which is a commercial and an advertisement to your next event, which is going to be a beating, but hopefully this time not quite as brutal. And if you got a promoter and he's real, he's going to use that event, and I mean all of it, all 2 hours, for nothing more than a commercial to get you know about his next event, which is going to be a loss, but hopefully trending in the right direction. And in theory, after 7 or 8 losses, which is going to kick the can about 2.5 to 3 years down the road. Hopefully, you will have created something that starts to get you a little bit closer to even. Now, let's say you don't. Let's say you're that miracle kid, and you came in and you honored all your deals and you picked up all those checks, and sure, maybe you refinanced the house and maybe you sold the car and maybe you hawked that very watch, but at the end of the day, you had a great big pot of gold. You want to know what they're going to do? They're going to say that you did a dishonest business and you should have shared more of your pot of gold with them. And if they need to, they'll sue you. And they'll put you against 12 people not smart enough to get out of jury duty to take whatever money it is that you may or may not have got. That is MMA. And you tell me, between those two sides, which one seems like the scam?